usual. But anyway, let's get on with things. Oh, and we left you last. You were on the 4th floor.
We were. And we just opened the ceiling by throwing a cup at it.
With the seal on it. Yes.
Yes.
I keep saying whenever you say what floor we're on, I keep thinking about Grace Brothers gag.
Ground floor.
I got the box set for.
Does that make Leah Mrs. Slocum's pussy?
Possibly.
I'm disturbed. Very disturbed.
Right. Well, we best try and find a way up through this hole in the ceiling. I'll give you a foot up if you drop a rope for me, Leah.
Okay. Need to find.
As you wish.
Orca starts jumping like he's going to jump and get up through that hole all by himself.
Perfectly understandable. Orca is an excitable fellow.
Or you could give the little critters a rope and they could fly up there and wrap it, fly it around something so you can climb up in that.
Yeah, or I could just throw Leia.
Or we could ask somebody who can fly.
Well, we could ask someone who can teleport. We've got all sorts of ways up there.
In the meantime, we've made and enacted a plan and we're just waiting for the GM to tell us if it worked.
I wasn't listening. Right. Sorry, I'm still trying to sort out. Do you think by now I'd have sorted out? Right. I missed off one of the maps. About the shortcut series. You're flipping between the floors. So that should be there. Towers. Yeah, so now when I click on my shortcut, I actually get the right map. Okay. So somehow I can't, I'm not sure how you did it, but the second you touch your fingertip or whatever you reached up touches the phase door, you just disappear.
Okay, so maybe there won't be a rope. We'll have to wait and see.
Am I capable of dropping a rope through that?
No, you're not. Well, the second your rope there you find yourself in the study. This room contains a large bookshelf filled with dozens of books and scrolls. A desk and chair stand nearby. Sitting on the desk is a large single book with a black leather cover. The walls of this study have been decorated recently by the looks of things with dozens of spiky runes. And Tank Girl says, "Hello, everyone. Benny's to all and the GM as well."
Yay!
I'll
So
start to study
if you
around
lower
while I
if
wait
you
for them to figure it out.
if you lower you basically have a rope, so you're going to lower it down, are you?
That was the plan we made, yeah.
Okay. The second the rope touches the phase door, the entire rope, even if you'd secured it to something, phases out of existence and vanishes. To everyone else, a rope lands on the floor.
That didn't work.
Marvellous, says Gastus, and then does a wall run and a flip up towards the ceiling to see if that will get him up there.
Okay, that looked cool.
And there's the book. There's the very large book.
Mm.
Didn't we see that last week? I seem to remember making a sarcastic comment about the star.
Yes, I do remember you making a sarcastic comment about the star. Maybe I shared it by mistake last week, or maybe that was it. The clear was once you got up there. That's what you see. But anyway, as I say, that's it. As I say, the walls of the study have been decorated recently by the look of it with dozens of spiky runes. And yeah, there's a large single book with it's a black leather cover, so maybe it isn't that one. Or is that? Yeah, it is. That is. It's the typical. It's something I've come to learn. Something I've come to learn about Pathfinder, isn't it? Yes, it's a book with a black leather cover, and the illustration does
is brown.
It
And
does,
if they were using AI art, they go based on what the words say, so that would be black.
Mhm. But it's no,
Well,
I mean, it's obviously somewhere along the line someone changed the description after the artist had drawn the artwork. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm not sure that Mistress Sassafras would be incredibly happy if we, well, allowed a book to be read and she wasn't here.
I have an idea. Just hold on a moment. I'm going to drop back down through the hole, pick Sassafras up, and throw her through the hole.
Do we
Okay.
do we need to do opposed athletics rolls, or will Sassafras
No, I'll
accept being thrown? You're gonna have to toss her.
All right, I'll toss her. What do you want, athletics or strength or something else?
Yeah, athletics. Brown is the new black, lol, says that girl. Yep.
Oh, that's not good enough.
That's no, yeah, it's a 4. You're okay. Your
Okay, fair enough.
fortune's returned. Yep. So yeah, you toss Sassafras up to the phase door. She appears upstairs, and then you basically. How did you get back up? How did you get here the first time? I know it was perfectly
Gastus
visible.
I put a foot in Gastus's hands and jumped, but this time let's try jumping. Because, you know, I'm very boingy.
Indeed. 20 feet above. 20 feet would be 3 inches. Standing jump. You need a raise.
Not a problem. I will.
You can, of course, make steps for yourself
Using Roger.
using Roger. Roger will, of course, complain about it being stood on.
or
He's not called
couldn't
Roger,
you-
he's called Rodney.
Sorry,
Rodney.
Rodney.
Yeah, couldn't you use one of your immovable rods, floor to ceiling, next to it, and then just climb up the pole?
Yep.
I should have thought of that. Now you've said that, I'm going to drop down again and set 2 immovable rods at points that everybody else will be able to use them to climb up.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is he only lets you stand on him, and then he gets a huff if anybody else tries it.
That might be the case, but as of yet, I don't know that. It hasn't shown itself to be true yet. So I might be about to find out.
Well, while Sassafras and what is being collected and thrown or what have you, Gastus is going to search around this room, looking for anything that might be like hidden drawers, hidden panels, things like that. Things that might be kept secret.
And what language is this book in? Because that's like, I go make a beeline for the book. She told me there's a book up here, that's why I let her throw me. I don't think gnome tossing is quite as offensive as dwarf.
I think he's giving us some samples of the text in the chat.
No. Pay no attention to anything in the chat. None of you can hear anything or see anything or hear anything.
But the book, what language is it in?
The book on the desk is an immense volume titled in Infernal. Can you speak Infernal? Let's find out who can read the title of the book. I know you can see the title of the book on the illustration, but that's
Nah, Abyssal is the language I know.
Thaddeus Wells, though. Thaddeus Wells,
Yeah.
so
Of
can't
course I
understand
speak
it.
Infernal. Of course
But,
I speak Infernal. It came with the duck. It's not my fault.
Actually, I need to
I don't
make
know
a
what Infernal sounds like, but the text looks pretty.
I need to go to inventory. So it's your as yours. Your backpack starts glowing.
Whose
My
backpack?
backpack's glowing.
Yeah, it's a pulse. There's a sort of pulse, repeated pulsing light coming from your backpack.
I'm going to have a look through my backpack to see what's glowing.
But it appears to be that one of your immovable rods in your backpack is pulsing.
Well, that's a little weird.
I'll take it out and examine it.
That's yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I'll take it out and examine it.
No, the titles is The Truths of the Sidrahedron.
And what are these truths? Says Gastus, opening cupboards, looking on shelves, knocking on walls.
So, the book's contents also written in Infernal. So, well, you have to get Thaddeus up there before anyone can tell you what the book's about. I wish I could watch more, but I have mundane chores. Let the bennies flow, says Talon. Okie dokie, I certainly will. See you later. Okay, search. Okay,
Look at the glowing rod and say, hi, I'm Leia.
What's the dark got to do with it? Okay, so the walls of this stunt. Okay, so
That's the idea. Yes, I'm just going to drop down and do that.
The room
down through the hole.
I didn't think you got up through the hole. Oh, you did get the raise, didn't you? Yes. I forgot. Sorry. That's the problem with typing. Okay. So the room the walls are covered in spiky runes. But the books, there's a large bookshelf filled with dozens of books and scrolls. Is that what you were looking through?
Looking through that and looking on the shelves, knocking the walls to see if there's anything, hidden panels and stuff. Just giving the room a general search.
Once I discover I can't read the book because it's in a language I don't know, I'll start checking the shelves to see if there's something like, scrolls, wands, spell books, cool stuff.
I know enough occult that I can probably identify a vaguely magical scroll if I find one, but not enough to necessarily do anything with it other than throw it at Sassafras.
Ooh.
Upon which I find that to throw activated concussion grenades for.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, I was reading ahead there. Definitely spells. When you get up, I know someone's
Why can't I just read out the book? Why don't I just go and get the book and read it out aloud?
You're still downstairs.
Yeah, I can fly.
If you step on the dumb one, I say, pointing at the rod, you probably got enough height to reach. If you take a leap,
I can fly.
Well, then the one behind you, smart ass.
Thaddeus clambers onto his. Then the last one left is Vorka. He's going to have to make an impressive jump to get up there.
Well, I figured with between the immovable rods and everything else, it shouldn't be too hard. But sure, let's have Vorka just do some bouncy bounce.
Oh, there you go. No problem at all.
Convenient desk.
We could go boing.
Okay, I'm going to have everyone upstairs, and I think hopefully I've all shared everyone the map, so they're all 5 of you are upstairs. Okie dokie. Yeah, well, no, they're not. I just want it looked like I got you were. Okie dokie. So now you're up there. I could say there's an awful lot. There are no secret doors because that's what you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thaddeus, you can read Infernal. So let's have a look at the book. The book's contents, also written in Inferno, appear to be written by. Remember that sort of unpleasant-looking wormy demon that was downstairs.
The thing with 3 heads.
Yes. It appears it's penned by him, and it chronicles the various cruelties. Joe Rama, in case of any carnivorous books and ward bennies, certainly will Joe Rama. God, I get lots of bennies here. Not that I complain. It's a benny economy. Chronicle the various cruelties and torments inflicted upon the people of Fassalon by the Rune Lords. The book, which smells faintly of brimstone, contains 7 chapters, one for each Rune Lord. As you flick through, you notice the chapter on Rune Lord Shorshan, I should say, has been heavily notated by impeccably fine penmanship.
Let's open up this bookshelf now, and I will ask our Genia to point out anything magical, because she can do minor detect arcana.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to finish off on the book. Flicking through that section and noting through the penmanship, which obviously anyone can read. It would appear whoever had this impeccably fine penmanship seems to have been particularly obsessed with something called the Everdawn Pool, a device in the ruins that was built, a device that existed in the past, 10,000 years ago, in the ruins of the sunken Queen. According to the many notes, this magical artifact granted Shorsen her immortality, and the gatherings of samples of blood from thousands of supplicants is but a first step to replicating this achievement.
Oh, jolly.
It would
So she's
appear
not
that
immortal yet.
once the Everdawn Pool is ready, apparently, it can draw forth the lifeblood of these thousands to infuse a single creature with eternal youth.
She couldn't just bathe
When
in
they
arse's
visited
milk,
that
could she?
hospital, weren't they taking blood samples?
Yeah,
Yes.
they were, weren't they?
I believe it's ass's milk, not arse's milk. Subtle difference, but important.
Back in a second.
Horse, donkey, ass, whatever.
Wonky.
Okie
Donkey.
dokie. So,
Honky donkey, wonky donkey.
No, that's a donkey with 3 legs.
Yeah, but if it's also playing a piano in a western, it's a honky tonky, wonky donkey.
Correct.
The GM wonders what he walked back in on.
And if it
That
plays it
does.
not very well, it's probably a plinky plonky, honky tonky, wonky donkey.
Believe me, he can go on forever with this.
Okay, so Argenia casts Find a Detect Arcana. And then
Which you'll find under the dragon thing, not under the innate powers if you're looking at the character sheet.
No, that's fine. Well then, does that mean there's a spellcasting role involved? Oh no, it's an
still an innate power.
Yes, no, I agree. I must admit, Bestiary 2 is taking me forever because of that sort of crap, and it makes me realise how I probably it sounds like I missed out on the first one, that dragon lists in Minor Detect Arcana. I'll have to go back and fix the first one. Oh gosh. All the innate powers have to be redone because they don't link. All the magic items don't even get entered in the combat entries because of the way they're phrased, so I have to do them all manually. Half the description and half the powers for every creature are in the, whether they're a demon or a daemon or a devil or a dragon. I forgot how much pain the bestiary is. But anyway, we'll get there. I finished D this week. Okay. So, a large number of the skulls appear to be magical in nature. She suddenly seems to get very excited while looking at nothing on top.
I will pass the things that were pointed out those magical scrolls over to Sassafras and say, "Here, take a look at these," and then have a look up at the nothing on top of the bookshelf.
Sell that lot. Boink. So I need to work this one out. So
And as soon as he unlatches the scrolls, I'm there perusing them to see if there's any that, oh, this could be useful.
okay. Right. Well, yeah, you clamber up and have a look at the top of the bookshelf. She's fluttering around and looking excitedly at absolutely nothing.
This nothing on top of the bookshelf that I've now clambered up to look at,
Yes.
is it in an area of complete shadow?
No.
Then I will point you back to the couple of private messages I sent you to remind you of
yes.
something that I have active at the moment.
Oh yes.
Because
Well,
I'm
when you
thinking
clamber,
that
yes.
possibly there'll not be nothing there by the time I get up there and my lantern's shining on
By
it.
the time you get up there and shine your lantern on it, the permanent invisibility I've now lost. Yeah. Another piece of treasure sitting on top of the shelf inside a permanently invisible gold and ruby scroll tube.
Okay, well I shall grab that and clamber back down
Okay. You grab it and clamber back down.
and
So what?
see if I can open it.
You can indeed. There is inside a single parchment.
I imagine
It's-
you'll want to look
so
at this as well
it's a
then,
sh-
Mr. Sassafras.
Would anyone like to make an occult check?
I will.
Sure,
trying to find out
if
what
I'm
these
holding
are.
the thing in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I've been given lots of bennies. I'll benny that. Nope, I'm distracted, obviously.
Well, it is obscure, this one, so. But Vorka, Thaddeus would actually gets a 10 on that one because I'll give him a bonus. See why in a minute. Sassafras, you suspect, but Vorka, obviously, you know that sort of stuff. So yeah, Leia's just standing there talking out loud to no one that you can see.
Is everything all right, Mistress Leia? Who's Rodney?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. For those who didn't hear, I said yes, fine. I'll hold up the immovable. No, yeah, I'll hold up the immovable rod and say, "He's Rodney." And then I'll look at the immovable rod and say, "Well, I guess that does explain it."
Anyway, back to the occult rolls. The parchment
shakes his head.
The parchment is a sheet of human skin containing a contract.
You see, I guess that's why I didn't notice it was human skin, because I'm so nonplussed by Leia talking to an immovable rod.
Okay, here we go. Let one of you guys read this because it's just small enough to make my eyes turn crossed.
Okay. Material plane being the fourth incarnation of the third cycle of mortality on file in Fallen Fastest 94857843728:7845,9888495. This is a lawful contract between Ser Mignato, Lord of the Bloody Quicksands, and Ileosa Arabasti, honoured Queen of the mortal city of Korvosa. Hereafter shall all agents of Ser Mignato be consigned to the rule of Ileosa, such that the following agents of the Nine be bound by her word. Mavrocaras, the brothers known as Yalops, the Orignes de Cabrar, Evanies, Susiana, and Verazia, and all imps and lesser bodies who report directly to the agents listed above. In addendum, shall the Arinies heretic Zanzinaria be bound, body and mind, to Ileosa forthwith to augment her flesh and spirit against all things vexing and unforeseen, until such time as she might wither and die, whereupon such bondage shall be null and void. In recompense shall all pending debts be held betwixt these agents of the Nine and Sir Mignato be declared null and cancelled by Sir Mignato in case of Iliosa's successful commitment to perform the following services on a forfeit basis. 1. Support and preparation for future expansion as deemed necessary and desirable to one whose name shall be found in file in fall and fastness 4420,40200:0,88490 upon the salt towers of Dis, whose name is struck from this contract yet known by the undersigned to be the one whose hand guides these words. Pursuant to her own goals, Ileosa pledges the fundament and development of Korvosa as open ground and fertile soil for infernal use, as recorded by the infinitum charters and the voiceless vexations of the first Flensed. In code 9485784,372.8.78459888495, subject to Asmodeus's veto, honour to his name. Signed in blood and bound by soul, Ileosa Arabasti.
Yeah, that's 2 Betty's
Uh,
worth of reading there.
Oh. Yes.
And Sassafras is going, well, wouldn't her signed contract with the demons or whatever be the kind of evidence that our friends in Korvosa can use to?
I should flipping well think so.
Indeed.
You might want to tuck that away somewhere because that's pure, unadulterated, irrefutable evidence signed by her own hand.
I shall replace it whence it came.
I shall add it to the party sheet
Mm-hmm.
along with the other stuff. There is plenty other scrolls. There's plenty other scrolls that are non-magical still up there. There is also an elegant teak and ivory potion rack that looks very nice and appears to have 3 doses of 3 vials in it. Well,
I shall hand them over to Sassafras and Thaddeus to examine and have a flick through the other papers and see if there's anything here that will be of use to the rebellion or us in working out what, other than trying to become immortal, she's doing in the place that Thaddeus can tell us that she's at.
okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Carol.
Identifying the scrolls is going to take an occult roll. So if I do one, the first one will go to the first scroll. Well, I made it.
You one of the first one. It would appear that a copy of it is where is it? You do find amongst the papers and the scroll. Yeah, you do find amongst the scrolls what appears to be lists of all the people whose blood has been surreptitiously gathered. You notice Leia's name is on one of the lists.
What?
I will let Mistress Leia know that should Ileosa succeed in whatever it is she's doing, you're probably going to die. We will, of course, endeavour to make sure this does not happen.
On a secondary,
How did that bitch get my blood?
It should also be pointed out a bit on another sheet. You do find out Gastus's name as well.
Ah, looks like I might not make it to Vorka's wedding either, unless we succeed. That's a point, Vorka. We best get planning your wedding for when we get back from defeating Ileosa.
Well, who's Vorka marrying?
A genie.
Oh, that was it. Yes, the genie.
Will be very
oh yes,
upset
you've
if
got
she
7
doesn't have a
days. Yeah.
fancy wedding. Yeah.
You've got to sort out the wedding before you can go anywhere else. Which is
It's all right. We can ask the commander to gussy up the castle a bit, and we'll have it here since Leia didn't take the mansion.
No, we've got 2 pocket dimensions. Vorka's got his own pocket dimension with his castle in it.
Yeah, but it might not be decorated yet.
Yeah, but
Looking at these scrolls, I think some of these will probably be useful in what we got to do here.
And you also find Ileosa's contract with the Red Mantis Assassins. Also added to the party sheet.
How did you get my blood?
Well, we have bled a fair amount all over Korvosa, and well, also in combat with the Grey Maidens. And to be perfectly honest, we've left a lot of blood lying around, I think.
I guess I just don't
Also,
like the idea of
I also I must admit I'm going on pure memory here because I managed to lose the note. I think because I rebuilt the campaign at one point. That's for the notes over. I'm also basing that on somebody you did end up catching Bloodveil, didn't you? You got it cured, but you did have it cut. You did catch it, so it wasn't necessarily natural. But you've been bleeding all over the place, and I randomly decided I randomly picked some. I randomly rolled for surreptitious means. You don't know. It's you don't know how they got it. That's the scary thing. But it turned out to be Gastus and Leia, I'm afraid. There's one to go, I think. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you've done all 6. I'm mistaken. Don't you worry. There we go. I think you've got everything. Yeah, so it's all in the party sheet. Yes,
So essentially, all we need to do is plan a wedding, go halfway across the continent, destroy Ileosa, and come back in time to make sure that Vorka is at the church on time.
Yes, it would appear those vials appear to be
before the edge of today.
7 days, don't you, to perform the wedding?
That's slightly easy.
So those 3 vials of is basically appear to be fool's leprosy. It's a cunning supernatural venom, slow acting, but ultimately fatal ingested toxin. Mostly mimics the effects of a fast moving form of leprosy. It's probably because it looks like a disease, but is in fact a poison. There, any attempt to cure disease has no effect on it. Fast remove poison at -6. It works. Got 3 of those as well. So take what you want on the party sheet. It's a free for all. Off you go.
Take what you want, give nothing back.
Including you have proof that Ileosa entered into contracts with the Red Mantis Assassins and so devils.
Rather than taking those contracts, can we assume that they are handed to the commander, who is in charge of the
once you leave the castle? Yes. Till then,
right.
Could we send one of the little guys, the flying guys, with the contract tied to them to her?
Yeah,
let's do that. That way, make sure she's got them no matter what happens to us.
I would suggest we don't, on the grounds that we've got a contract here saying that a large number of imps are under Ileosa's command, and there are lots of imps flying around the city as well.
Okay, if I cast invisibility on one of the imps or one of the little creatures to carry him?
I mean, we're pretty much in a position where we can leave now anyway, I would say.
Volker wanted to go to the dungeon. Oh, you've been to the dungeon.
We've been to the dungeon.
You've been to the dungeon, yeah. You still haven't found anything about. Still haven't found anything that can help you get to the sunk. Oh, you don't need to. You got the ability to.
Yeah, because Thaddeus knows exactly where she is.
Yeah.
And didn't somebody else, or was it Thaddeus as well? Somebody got something that said they knew that they could bypass any blocks that might stop us teleporting to her or something. Sure,
yes,
I remember something along those lines.
You got some very annoying powers that get around half the things to slow you down on the final section of the adventure.
Marvelous.
Right. So okay. So
Okay, so I'll grab the contract with the Red Mantis Assassins, and I will grab the Infernal contract, which is in
Yeah.
that scroll tube.
invisible gold or ruby scroll tubes.
Looking at our rebellion checklist, it looks like obviously number 8 we're still working
Yeah, a lot.
on.
Is that you've got a loose connection?
Mm.
So
So,
who took the gate then?
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot, Walker. But
You're
I
now,
think what you're
yeah,
saying,
you're cut. Go for it.
I think what you're saying is that yeah, the only one we've not really got is point 8, which is Ileosa must answer for her crimes, which means we're going to have to go and capture her.
Yeah, so what I was going to say was Sassafras take the gate scroll. Very important.
Yeah, I can take it, but I have that power anyway.
Yeah, but that means to say you arrive with full power points, doesn't it?
That's true.
You get in, you don't look, you can use the power of the scroll and you'll arrive fully refreshed. We don't know what kind of trap she laid. We could teleport right in and then been right in the middle of combat.
I think we leave this place, get back to the rebellion, hand over the evidence that we found, tell them that, to the best of our knowledge, the castle is all but cleared of Ileosa's minions. Let them know that there was a simulacrum of Ileosa there, and that they need to prepare for a really big wedding while we go and capture and/or kill Ileosa before she turns herself immortal.
Okay, with 10 rebellion points, so you can dump those. Yeah, if you're just leaving the castle, you can.
Okay, I shall dump
just
them
put in
back
the
then.
chat. Yeah. I thought there was more for you to do. I thought there was more you wanted to do in the castle. I don't think you need to. So, we'll just basically sort of give you a sort of a paraphrasing overview of what happens. So, as you get back, you report stuff with the proof of the. So basically, Wellview having defeated with Blackjack defending the city's citizens and defeating all the major devils in the castle, recruiting Sabina Mer into the cause, extruding I can't remember how you pronounce it, Triaphesia or whatever it is,
That's
the
easy.
yeah. You publicly defeated the Dragon's Argonath. You've recovered the internal contract. You've removed Togamore from power. And you've also secured proof that Ileosa harbored the Red Mantis assassins. All of this together leads to one thing and one thing only: rebellion. Riots and battles over the as obviously you'll not be a hero, but over the next few days, as you'll do whatever you're doing, riots and battles will fill the streets as the rebels begin taking back neighborhoods from remaining Ileosan loyalists. Grey Maidens and other holdouts as well will be basically beaten back. You can now show your faces publicly and you won't have to worry about assassination attempts as the remaining key antagonists in the castle now switch to a defensive stance intended to hold out long enough for Ileosa to return. However, the rebellion will be successful because you got enough rebellion points to be successful as long as Ileosa does not return. Agents of the Queen will be no longer able to show their faces in public until Ileosa is dealt with. The threat of civil war remains.
Well, let's make sure she doesn't return.
Great. So, let's sell the Fool's Leprosy off. 15,000. That really how much they were worth each. It's a mistake. Leprosy. No, 10,000. My word. 10,000. That seems a bit high.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's like 30,000 for selling that treasure.
Want to go magic item shopping before you head out? Ah!
I think that's probably a good idea. See what's available.
Let's see the guide to Korvosa. I'm going through the print. Paul's leprosy. 10,000 gold pieces. Assuming you're
Just
selling
imagine
it.
how much real leprosy is.
Okie dokie. Right. Modules. Download it. I do. Okay. Story. No. Start here. We're in a large city. Let's roll and see what we get. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, shops extensions there. Where should we put? We'll put them. Oh yeah, we'll put them in. Oh no, it's in Kermagai, so you can't go there. It's not in Haas. So it's got to be. It's got to be a return to the Gilded Orrery.
What have we got available?
Adding them in. Okay, a weapon with a +1 enchantment. Or +1 enchantment. A weapon with a value of 1 enchantment. Okay, so weapon, virtue magic, and I've got so long. I forgot how I did this. Should I be looking in stories? I possibly should. Yes, I should be looking in stories. Weapon with 1 enchantment. Determine weapon type. Oh, it appears to be a magic spike chain.
Cool.
Okay, so it's a melee. That means it's a melee weapon. So it's a damaging spiked chain, apparently. Okay, so let's make a damage spiked chain, shall we? Chain. Not uncharacterized. Spiked chain weapon. Here we go. Go up there. So I can open up the spiked chain. Set up as a shortcut, but I don't. Okay, then I'm masterwork. It's a masterwork weapon. There we go, which means it's 308 gold. And then it is damaging. That in and damaging it 1,300 pieces. +1 damage, +1 AP. So it's an AP. So, yep. And on weapons, I can add the chain of damaging to be sorted. So that's the weapon with 1 enchantment. Weapon with 2 enchantment.
Are we like out
Enchantment.
shopping?
It's a
We
composite
can do,
bow.
yes.
It's going to be a composite bow. And it's going to be ranged with a 2 enchantment. Oh, it means it's brutal. It's the only 2 enchantment there is, apparently. There might be more. They might have added more in the new one. Oh, why not? I like that. I like that a lot. Especially as I do seem to. Actually, it might have been a short sword. That makes it cost 6,000. And you, this day and age, the way I do things, it probably is. It's probably something. But that's a shame. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's share the record. Someone dropped. Who did we lose?
I don't know. No, everybody seems.
Oh,
Kenku. We lost Kenku.
We lost Kenku. Why did Kenku drop? Didn't it? Okay. The Gilded Orrery. So, obviously there's still stuff in there, but the updates were basically, yeah.
Well, I'd quite like to go and buy something from the Gilded Orrery. It's a shame I can't get to the Flame That Binds in Caermarga because there's something there I'd like to buy, but never mind.
That's a long way off, isn't it? Well, actually, you can teleport there, can't you? It would be great to teleport. You'd be there and back in a couple of hours.
True. Only if somebody's willing to teleport me there and back in a couple of hours.
Yeah, you need to teleport. Great to teleport.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you going to the Flames That Bind. You want to spend some time doing it. Would you want the flame tongue, do you?
No, I want the headband of mental superiority.
Ooh, 99,000 gold pieces. Who thought that now?
I reckon I might be able to.
Wow.
I'm not 100% sure because but I've got 970 platinum pieces. And I've got some items that I can trade in as well, so I'm not 100% sure.
4,500, isn't it? For platinum and mine. Anyway, does anyone wish to go shop? Does anyone wish to go shopping in the Gilded Orrery?
Yes, I want to go to the Gilded Orrery.
Okay, that's just what.
So I'm looking for a backpack because I got all this stuff and scrolls and stuff and spell books, and they're starting to weigh me down.
That's a good point. Actually, that's a very good idea. I quite like. I'll add one in. There you go. There's a bag of holding major.
Well, since I've got a handy haversack, I would like to buy the headband of mental prowess, but I would like to sell some magic items, if I may. For example, an invisible scroll case.
You've got one of them.
Indeed.
Oh, you want to sell it? Oh, you want to sell it? Oh, well, we'll pop
Yes.
it back in the. Sorry, pop it back in the party sheet. It's the easiest way.
Okay.
That's my turn. I want that bag of holding, and yes, I have enough.
Indeed.
Right, so I'll pop a few things into the party sheet.
Yeah, because then it'll just because then I can sell them.
Yeah.
Do you want to try sweet talking Gaster?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But just let me grab the few other bits and pieces that I want to sell first. I've got some potentially rare show anti-war paint that I'm never likely to use.
Gastus has got 139,440.
Yeah, I certainly want to start paying with them, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I've got that many as well.
I know.
I was considering donating them to the rebuilding charities of the city.
Gastus, Laird, Sassafras, in fact, Thaddeus has got. Vorka's got more, but the rest of you all have 139,440 copper pieces.
Okay.
My plan was to do but I was gonna donate it to the school.
You make it sound like I've got a lot more. I've only got 140 more than anybody else.
It's a whole gold piece.
Yeah.
Actually, Gastus, according to this, you've only got
like
97
1%.
platinum.
I've only got
like a 1% more.
970 on my sheet.
It's 97 in the party sheet.
That's bizarre. well, hopefully I can afford when I sell this lot the thing that I need then, or the thing that I want.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Chuck
Since you've
some
got
stuff in
970.
as well.
Well, no, don't chuck stuff in as well because I was. Don't chuck his stuff because.
I'm aware that
'cause-
Gastus was getting it.
Oh, you're aware Gastus is getting it. Fair enough. I misunderstood. That's absolutely fine.
Maybe this is to pay for the room and board. I don't know.
The scabbard of keen edges. Surely the scabbard of keen edges should be given to Sassafras to keep the Holy Avenger in.
Oh, she's welcome. She's welcome to it if she wants.
No, I'm joking. Sell it.
I just
Well, I'm
thought
just
I'd,
going to drag it along because I want people to see that I'm armed and dangerous.
yeah, I just felt I didn't need it anymore since I can do smite innately. So that's what I'm selling. But yes, I will attempt a sweet talk.
I tell you what, Gastus, if you're really trying to raise funds, and you want to trade that whatever thingy it is, I've got a couple of these gold ingots with the royal seal of Korvosa. I'll trade them.
Well, if you want to take the I'll certainly trade those for the scabbard of keen edges. That would be fine.
Okay, how do I give them to him?
Just drop them in the party sheet. Because he's going to sell them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just drop them in the party sheet and then just take the scabbard of keen edges out of the
Because all
party
they're
sheet.
doing is weighting me down anyway. Like, I need more weight.
Okay, let's see.
And the scabbard of keen edges. Oh, I'll take that.
Just take that for yourself.
Yeah, let's see how persuasive I'm feeling then.
Yes, indeed.
Just getting rid of those gold ingots really helped my
Well,
weight.
I will use the free reroll that I have from the Drake's Mark medal when dealing with the people of Korvosa. That's only a success. We'll see if we can get better. No, I can't.
Okay, that means you sweet talk into giving you 55%,
Well, hey,
which is 5,557 gold pieces.
plus whatever those last two things are.
Which means I will put them in there. I'll just put that already in your payment.
Right. See, I'm seeing the payment in dollars, so I can't necessarily add anything myself. Do I just click purchase?
Well, no, you just need to tell me. No, unfortunately, I have to do it for you. So you want me to dump
Well,
all your copper,
we'll put in all the copper pieces and all the silver pieces.
all the copper pieces, all the silver pieces.
You tell me how much more I need. And does the
Not
necklace of the 7 silver-plated red wormling skulls sell, or is that?
Why didn't that sell? Did you just add them?
No, that was in there before. As was
No.
the silver Sharanti war paint wasn't mine.
Okay, the silver Sharanti war paint's missing a price. Why is?
It came out of my inventory. I don't know why. The paint.
Okay, I can see what's wrong with the. I can see what's wrong with the. Yeah. It's another 630. There was a decimal point rather than a comma.
Ah.
for the 5557 plus 630. That means we're now up to 6187 purchase. Not enough funds. It would be nice if you'd tell us how short you were, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So you've got all the copper and all the silver in, yes?
Yeah. Do you want to give? Should I dump all your gold in as well?
Dump all the gold in as well.
Because you'll get it. You'll get back what you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
23,130. So that's 29,000. Actually, you don't need to add in 20,000. Let's do it anyway, because you'll probably get it back in. Is 29,317 purchase. There you go. That's the reason to.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15442 in gold, 3 silver, and 10 copper. Okay, who else we should do? Who wants to go shopping next?
Want that bag of holding. That's about all I really want.
Sassafras, you
might
are
want to pick up
next.
one of those pearls of power too. Sassafras.
I'm looking.
Yeah, they got one novice and one, I think it was veteran.
I'm not seeing them. These things are not in alphabetical order.
I know it's annoying
No,
that
they're not.
it's in the order they were added in. I'm afraid.
Pearl of Power novice is 17.6.
I have a pearl of
Uh,
power. Novice.
Okay. Do you want another one?
Do they stack?
Each one lets you recast a spell.
How much? Oh, I don't. Well, first I want to get. Once I get the bag of holding, I'm going to be kind of tapped down. So I'm more concerned about the bag of holding and getting
One
rid
bag of
of
holding.
So do that automatically deduct from my money?
Okay, this put you 139,000 copper. Oh, there we go. 28,000 silver in. Not enough funds.
My,
Let's put you-
no, the gold is the 28,000. The silver is 7,100.
all good. Yep, thank you. There we go. Just- So you've got no copper now. You've got 2 silver. You've got 20,057 gold. Used to
And
continue shopping.
186.
That's got to be worth a conviction for Leia.
Now, how do I get everything into the bag?
I think so too. I didn't see that. How do you get what? Sorry.
How do I get rid of, because all of a sudden my weight jumped to 68 from 43 when you added the bag of holding.
Well, that's because bag of holdings are heavy. So now what you need to do is equip the bag of holding
And put everything in it.
and put everything in it. And you put everything in it by under location, start typing bag, and it should finish it for you automatically.
Right. Start typing holding. That should put it in for you.
That's true. So for example, your coat of arms badge, second you press the capital B, it will just literally.
It's working. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
So every item you put in will deduct from your load limit, but the bags are holding themselves up by 25. Okay. Does anyone else want to go shopping?
Vorkan wants to go ahead and pick up that Pearl of Power novice.
Walker, off you go. So you are in there. By all means, pick up anything you want. So, spiked weapons. There's a luck bow, which should have a 1 on it, and the spike chain should have a 1 on it. There's some interesting armor in there. Is it just the Pearl of Power you want?
Yeah, I think just the Pearl of Power.
Queen's writ for 680 gold pieces. I'm assuming you want to get rid of that first.
Yeah.
Let me drag it in. There we go. And we'll drag your silver in. There we go. Purchase. Not enough. Let's chuck in. Let's just chuck all your gold in. It's easier. So that's 35,599, 680, 60,000. 35,999 plus 680, 42. That's better. 42,279 gold. Purchase that. You end up with 26,810 gold pieces, 4 silver pieces, and copper pieces. I've noticed this has been delisted from the board. Noticed
I'm
this the
still
other
gonna
day.
have to ditch some of these weapons that I hardly ever use because the bag of holding by itself didn't do it.
Yeah, we'll put them in the bag of holding.
Well, I went on to the weapons thing and it's not showing me a place where I can put a location in on them.
They
Yeah,
should.
weapons are generally either carried, equipped, or blank. If you're dropping things into your bag of holding, just hit it, change it over to blank.
Yeah. I'll do it. 2 more pounds. You just need to lose 2 more pounds and you're okay.
That got it.
There you go. Ready for layer for thinking of others and not themselves. That's fine. I agree. Okay. Does anyone else want to do any shopping? I'll be done.
I'm looking through to see if there's anything that catches my eye.
Stone of luck. I'm
No.
surprised everybody passed that up.
I don't have 22,000 gold pieces left after buying the headband of unshaking.
The composite bow of luck's probably steeper than the stone of luck.
It is actually, which is weird.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know how to use a bow.
I don't think you need to. You just have to hold it, I think.
Hmm.
You just have to have it equipped, don't you?
Yeah, Gastus doesn't do bows. It's not his thing.
Oh. Expecting that.
So, Master Forker, the matter of planning your wedding
Oh, yes.
needs to be discussed before we head to defeat Ileosa. Obviously, we need everything to be ready when we get back.
Right, and that's one of the things I figured we'd go to the cathedral about and throw a lot of gold at them and say, make it happen.
Very well.
By the end of the week, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's Friday, so I mean, we're really in trouble.
Yeah, so I think you have to do it before you go, really. You have to get married before you go.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm going to need to have to buy myself a new suit of clothes.
I'll tell you what, if nobody else wants, I can have the stone of luck.
Actually, it has to be said I haven't moved the calendar on in quite some time, and it's technically a Sunday, but that's since I last updated it. So, given we've done 3 or 4 books after that, let's do. That's lower than I intended. Let's try again. That's more like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 21, 20. Okay. So it's
Oath Day, the 23rd of Rover.
Yes. Oath Day. So it goes Sunday. I don't know. Moon Day, isn't it? I can't remember.
Toil Day. Toil Day, Wheel Day, Oath Day.
Yeah. So you've got 2 days till the end of the week.
Well, then we'd really better plan a wedding. Gastus is going to insist he's got to have new clothes and he's going to have to help dress Vorka unless Vorka really objects.
No, that's fine. I don't mind dressing up a little bit for something important.
Okay. Formal clothing for a wedding will set you back 150 gold.
Right, so Gastus will buy
Each,
Vorka's
obviously.
suit for. Yeah, Gastus will buy Vorka's suit for him as a wedding gift, and I'm actually going to spend 150 on mine, and just over 200 on Vorka's to make it extra fancy.
Okie dokie.
150 on mine.
So Vorka's going to have a very fancy suit of clothes ready for his wedding.
Stuff.
I'm also
So-
going to have a word with the marshal, field marshal, to see if we can't arrange for an honour guard of Korvosan guard for the wedding.
Oh, I think
Just in case there are any dodgy folks still around.
Well, it will be pointed out that obviously, as the rebellion has started, so it's probably you probably have some fun. Obviously, one of you to get married, it should be fine. But
Yeah, we're going to point out that it would be a bad idea to have the genie bride feel jilted. So we need to make this as impressive as possible.
indeed. Oh yeah, no, it's not a problem. I'm just saying. Unfortunately, you only done it free. It's that boring.
Right, catering.
People seem far too excited about this, guests.
See, we've had
Well, one does
Korvosa's
enjoy
been
a
under
party.
siege and brutalized by Ileosa for how long now? Do you think there's really a lot of catering available still?
There will be some, and we want to give the people something to celebrate.
How about killing Ileosa? That'll be something to celebrate.
Yes, but we
so
can't
you
do
want
that.
to-
We can't do that if Vorka is being destroyed by a genie, and we don't want to. Don't mention anything like we're just going to have the wedding. We need to sort out some catering, and well, I'm sure that the castle's sellers will sort us out with some wine.
Yes, is that what you're doing, or is that what you're telling somebody else to do?
I think Thaddeus is buying the Luckstone, but Vorka's in the shop at the moment, so he needs to be removed from the shop by the GM so that Thaddeus can buy it. No, that's put me in there.
Oh, Thaddeus is buying it. I apologise. I'm not.
Thaddeus wants to buy the
Fucking
Luckstone.
hell.
Oh, shush up.
All these people that have US at the end of their name look the same.
Indeed. Okay. I need to. I'm going to have to. Unfortunately, I hadn't got to G in Bestiary 2 yet, which is unacceptable, really, isn't it? So
So what do I do? Just press purchase.
hang on, sorry. You're in. Okay, 22,000 gold, because I think I have to transfer your gold in, don't I? Inventory. 39,000 copper.
I've got a special vintage of wine that I'm going to hand over to Vorka for the bride and groom.
There you go.
Isn't don't in human weddings don't they like exchange rings and stuff?
Tradition
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I still
for
have it.
humans. I don't know what the genie tradition is. Anybody?
Okay,
Well, I
hang
think
on.
that depends on that.
I got
I
one
think
extra
Shy,
special.
Volka's bride to be is a Shaitan, boastful and proud genie from the elemental plane of Earth.
Is a mithril ring worthy of a wedding? I just put it in the inventory sheet.
Gastus is going to hold up a hand and say, lamps and rings, genies, maybe not the best idea.
Glad you said that. Changing the mind on the wedding.
Lamps and rings, traditionally things that genies get trapped in. And particularly, with the wedding, there are certain connotations of bondage with the rings and so on. Perhaps a traditional goblin hand fasting or something like that might be better.
Doesn't he need a gift suitable for his bride?
Master Vorka, wouldn't that be usually something along the lines of you slay a dog for them?
See, I don't know a whole lot about goblin weddings because I never thought I'd really get married. we can actually we could slay a horse. That would feed a lot of people.
Right. So as far as the catering is concerned, we're having roast horse, yes?
Sure, sure. Yeah, that sounds nummy.
To be perfectly honest, I have a feeling that's what half the people in Korvosa are used to eating at the moment anyway. So,
Probably.
very
And
well.
sell the mithril ring and give it to Gastinius to spend money to make this a nice wedding.
Something just exploded.
Probably the genie turning up.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously picked up something in the innates. Look at that. So I'm just keep going. I'm just sorting out.
I'm going to spend a penny on this.
H as Unity.
Well, with 2 bennies, Gastus's best bet for full-on wedding planner mode is a 5 on a common knowledge roll on how to plan a wedding for a goblin and a genie.
Well, obviously, so run with that. Obviously, whatever you come up with is what you think is right. So go for it. What do you think is a good?
If Leia's going to sort out the entertainment, that's great. Because you know people in the dancing guild and things like that.
And I contributed the mithril ring. If you can't give it to her, then you can sell it and use it for something more appropriate.
We can probably have...
That's my some contribution to this wedding.
If it's a fairly chunky mithril ring, I'm sure we can have it resized and turned into a very thin band to make a circlet. A very delicate circlet.
Well, I don't know much about this wedding stuff because among gnomes, we only tend to get married at all, kind of to poke fun at the humans. Like, what the hell is this?
And then controls.
Largely, the catfolk ceremony involves a lot of neck biting.
Probably.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting because if she's a Shaitan, they're about 11 feet tall.
I'm pretty sure with her abilities, she can wish to be any size she wants.
And their bodies are made of like precious stones and stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, even if she was made of dirt, she would be precious to me.
Oh.
This is starting to turn into a rather bizarre thread running through our Pathfinder games, is having a wedding somewhere in the...
It does. Well, it does seem to be the case, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, the last one was all your fault.
No, you promised, and that was the only reason I worked so hard to stay alive, because you promised.
And the only reason that the promise was made was because Rannick didn't want to have the guilt of Jelsa's death. So to keep
Don't
Jelsa
care why.
alive.
Promise is a promise.
Right. So I'm not having Vorka pay for any of his wedding because that's totally unfair. So if I drop 5,000 gold pieces, I think that should be enough to pay for the wedding, make sure all the guard have got nice new cleaned uniforms and the catering and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That seems reasonable.
Right. Then
Do you need to pay anything for the entertainment? And if so, what do you want me to pay for the entertainment? Anybody there?
I don't know. I think we've broken the GM.
GM's doing things in the background. Question?
The question was, if I'm sorting out the entertainment, what do you want me to pay for it?
How much do you want to spend? It's a simple answer there. It's really how much you're prepared to spend. that will decide the level of quality of the entertainment. Really, I think that's the safest and simplest way to point that one out.
Okay. Trying to figure out what the general going rate is, so that I can get an idea. Let me have a think about that. While you think about stuff, I'll come back to you.
Average performer would get about a gold piece for a day's work.
Yeah.
That's considered average and all day.
So if I put 775 gold on it, then that should get you a decent lot of entertainment for the day.
Oh boy, yes.
Or would 225 be enough? I'm just to round off my gold.
Yeah, perfect. You'll get very good quality for that.
All right then.
Hey, she's a genie, and in the Middle East, they have belly dancers lead the bride in and then lead the groom in. So I think that would be a good plan.
Oh, actually, as I know how to belly dance.
Cheers.
Somebody here in this town needs to.
I mean, I've already got 2 belly dancer entertainment outfits and some finger cymbals before this wedding was even discussed.
Campaigns. Oh, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I don't need to size it. Sized in this campaign, so that's fine. Now I just need to find the token, which I'll find under that, I think. I'm gonna have to refresh.
What?
Oh,
Bedtime, right?
oh dear, what have I done? I've lost the picture. Yeah. How annoying is that? Come on, come on, come on.
I'll give you a little bit.
Try that again. I don't know what I did with the last one I copied. Paste. Is it into the wrong place? No, not there. We go. Ah, right. Share it plays. Please don't. Readings are prime targets for attacks. No one is wearing armor. Okay, I just need to note that. There you go. There is bride to be. She is 11 feet tall and weighs roughly 5,000 pounds.
Well, that should make for interesting.
She will break me, and I will be happy about it.
11 feet tall is still only size 1. Size 3, but you know what I mean. Still only. So I'll just need. Okay, so have you sorted out your wedding plans? Jumping to the wedding.
I think we're set. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just intrigued by. Oh, that must be the. Okay, so just sort out minor elemental manipulation.
If I were to take something from my party sheet and drop it onto another player, would that give them the item?
Yes.
Cool. Then I'm going to give Vorka an early wedding present.
Ignite. Find. Minor.
That'd be useful for the honeymoon.
Potion of growth. Plane shift. Plane shift. There. Then I go find plane shift. I'll replace it with that, and then I'm going to over here. Easy to do. That in there, and then change that to late. That one because that.
Got a song ready for Vorka's wedding procession.
Oh, I. for that then?
I've put it in the chat because I don't want to mess up your.
Make way, Sir Vorka. Say hey, it's Sir Vorka. Well, you can say it implying a tune without actually
Yeah.
singing the tune, can't you?
Make way for Savorka. Say, hey, it's Savorka. Hey, clear the way in the old bazaar. Hey, you let us through. It's a brand new star. Oh, come be the first on your block to meet his eye. Make way, here he comes. Ring bells, bang the drums. You're going to love this guy. Sir Vorka, he is a star. Vorka the goblin. Show some respect, boy. Genuflect, down on one knee. Now try your best to stay calm. Brush up your Friday salam. Then come and meet his spectacular coterie. Sir Vorka, he will go far. Vorka the goblin. Strong as 10 regular men, definitely. He's faced the galloping hordes, 100 bad guys with swords who sent those goons to their lords. Why, Sir Vorka? And there's quite a lot more of it, but we'll leave it there, shall we?
Indeed, very cool. Okay. What's the range limitation? Is it
A range limitation on the power. If it's got a range, it goes down to touch. If it's touch, it goes to self.
okay? So bolt it would become touch, wouldn't it? Okay, so
A bolt with a limitation will become touch.
Okay. So that becomes that. So that would be touch of disintegration.
Ooh.
Disintegration. There we go. And then I can barrier wall of stone. So the disintegration modifier is +2, so that makes it a 3.
Just going to
That
say,
only makes it
because
2
we've got,
powers. Okay,
because we've
there we
got a
go.
little bit of downtime, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm
Yes.
going to have a one-time use of a heroic ability.
You haven't got
Ooh.
7. You haven't got 7 days downtime. Well, you can have 7 days if you want.
Well, I know, but it's honestly, it's going to make no difference, so you can allow it.
Okay.
Right. I can cast weather manipulation in range of miles,
Oh, right, to make sure the
make
weather's
sure,
nice.
and the weather will be glorious for the
Oh yeah,
wedding.
from a purely narrative point of view, I love it. So of course I won't restrict. I won't you know what I mean. Righty ho! I think it's
Thaddeus will of course hide in the shadow, going bloody sunshine.
Well, you need to have it slightly overcast so that when they get married outside on the steps of the cathedral, there are just beams of sunlight down on just them. And then as they kiss, then the clouds disperse.
Indeed.
Have some drama in your soul, Master Thaddeus.
And that happens just as the hired choir reaches the crescendo.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, okay. The well,
Fight of mini dragons, thanks to our wonderful companions.
oh, I love it all. I think it's marvelous, and in fact, I'm going to give all of you. That's obviously the fanfare as the wedding ends, and it is a marvelous wedding. And
Marriage is what brings us together today.
And in fact, actually,
Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream.
I am actually going to give. I'm actually going to give Attila the Flawless, Vorka's new bride. I am actually going to give her the growth / drink power. So there we go.
Do you, Attila the Flawless, take this goblin, Vorka, to be your lawful wedded husband?
She replies in the affirmative.
And do you, Vorka the goblin, take his
Oh, hell yes.
titan? Then I now pronounce you goblin and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Bring forth the steps.
Vorka gets up on the step, and Attila.
No, Vorka dips her.
Indeed. Well, I think it was a marvelous wedding. think it was a marvellous, marvellous wedding. Good old Peter Cook there, impersonation.
Yes.
Blackadder.
No, Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, of course it is. I knew I recognised it. Okay, so Attila the Flawless has joined the party.
Marvellous. Right, now
It
we
has
don't
been
have
settled.
time for a honeymoon. Everybody get your armour on. Sassafras, prepare your gate. We need to go and kill Queen Ileosa. You can have your wedding night later.
We grinned at each other and said, hell, that's a
Calculate
great wedding
power
present in
points I
itself.
need to use to open a gate to wherever it is that Gastinius is directing.
Look,
me
you can
to.
grab a horse sandwich before we go. Leave the feasting to everybody else. They need a party.
No, you don't bother calculating power points because you use the scroll. I told
That's
you.
right. I
earlier
got
on.
the scroll gate, so I'm going to.
Attila the Flawless and Vorka vanish.
What?
He's buggered off to his private. Well,
Come on now. I'm sure they'll catch.
they bloody well better.
Attila has taken Vorka to a special place on the elemental plane of Earth where time flows much more slowly. They have a glorious, happy month of blissful married life, and they return back just as you're preparing to leave. So as far as you're concerned, it's only nearly seconds later. Bip back.
You know, Master Vorka, I didn't think goblins could grin that wide, and that's saying something for a goblin.
Okie dokie. Right. So Attila, she's quite proud. She will not allow any of you. She will defend. I know you, none of you would, but she will defend Orca to the hilt. Quite offense at anyone who makes jokes of that. You begin to understand quite quick.
Oh, Gastus is probably in trouble then. I joke at Vorka a lot of the time. But...
Indeed, but that's half the fun, won't it? Okie dokie. Images. See world map. Not the world map. Come on, world map. Open up. There we go. So share it. There you are. Share. It's not pinging when I ping it. There we are. There you are.
We're going somewhere. Well, we're going to where Thaddeus can tell us where Ileosa is, which is somewhere over in the Mushfens, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Thaddeus can tell me where, I've got the scroll.
Or just Thaddeus could use the scroll.
I don't
Thaddeus expected me to do it. That's why he insisted on me, like buying it.
Here it comes.
You're the wizard.
The final time in this campaign. Well, that didn't work.
Well, we're legendary. Well, Gastinius has always been a legend in his own mind, so.
Borka gains divine mastery. Gastus gains monster strike. Later gains power points. That is your final advance in this campaign. Use it wisely.
And Sassafras is going to need time to ponder this.
You couldn't have thought about this before the wedding?
What? A new power? I just don't.
Don't forget, as a wizard, you can have up to 3 powers if one of the when you take the new powers edge, you get 2 powers, but as a wizard, you can take a 3rd power from your spellbooks. So you can have up to 3
I don't
powers.
get any advances past heroic anyway.
You mean you don't take them? You've got them, you just haven't bothered taking
Well,
them.
here's for instance. Okay, let's take one. What is the Queen doing right now? Tell me what she's doing.
That's fine. You've got that. That's the divination power you've
Because
got
I
anyway,
can
isn't
see
it?
her from here.
Well, you've got the scrying. Ah,
Yeah, I can scry anybody, and stuff like that. But you would have to know what she was doing.
no, well, I know what she's doing, fortunately, because
Well,
I know
you
the
will when
adventure
we
is.
arrive.
But I will, yeah. Well, you've already done the scrying. The locate spell already does that, doesn't it? Anyway.
Anyway, so to use this scroll, I just need to do a spell casting roll, right?
Yes. Thaddeus obviously, whoever can scry with the location of the Queen, will can scry the location of the Queen. Okay.
Well, locate too before I,
Yeah.
Aye. So if that power was in use, I would actually be able to physically see her and look around the room
With
and
your
see all the enemies in the room.
Okay.
locate, and then I cast the gate, and I lose that scroll.
Okie dokie. Sundays. It's Tuesdays, rather, because phone. Yeah. Okay. Surrounded by a grove of primeval mangroves and draped in the sheets of moss and vines, the immense horns that top the sunken queen seem to claw at the sky like the talons of a gargantuan monster drowned in an abyss of mud. Tea. There we are. Everywhere off. Party. On the east side of the pyramid, which leads heavily into the marshy slough, one of the three original horns has collapsed, leaving a jagged metallic stump. On the south side, barely dented by the elements and millennia of neglect, is a giant relief of a standing naked woman, her lean, idealized figure immersed in the murky water. Yeah. Got the picture of the sunken queen.
we have.
Being stared at by a little monkey by you.
Indeed. So the sunken queen is surrounded by a murky pond that acts much like a castle moat.
Oh, I knew she was in a remote position.
How risque, please protect the modesty of the poor queen with a distribution of beddies. Fair enough.
So is there a way into this place?
Not that you can see.
Is that a friend standing there in front of it?
Ah,
have we made a new friend?
You haven't made a new friend.
That thing there.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking
Okay.
of. That looks like a new friend.
Well, it's either that or lunch for Volker, isn't it?
Lunch can be friends.
Like that.
Okay, possibly not that friendly.
Definitely not a phone.
Especially if it's actually doing that.
His mouth is almost as big as mine.
Is there any undead within 120 feet in an adjacent location?
Power. Oh, I feel that's broken. 16. I think the answer's no. And if I turn out to be wrong later, well, that's an effect of the Sunken Queen to block that particular. But I think the answer is actually no. There we go. Okay, now what was I reading? Okay, there it is. Main entrance.
I guess walking around the edge looking for
Yes, you can walk around the edge. Yes, around the edge.
It's the thing to do.
Indeed. There is.
That horn looks like it has a hole in it. Right about there.
It does, doesn't it?
Well,
there is an
edge to try and climb up there.
What up? Me. There is a set of steps. You walk round the other side. Oh, there is an entrance.
Stairs are the boring way in.
I read this and I remember getting confused before. Yeah, since then. Aside from the main entrance, there's a main entrance. Oh, okay, so what does it say about the sides? Climbable. Well, the steep angle. Okay. That does make size. Okay. Really be nice if the side map actually.
I could look at somebody's hand and predict their future.
It would really help if the side maps actually. Okay. So let's have a look at that. Okay. Interesting. So a minute. I don't think you can climb the walls. Especially on that side, it's nearly vertical and very smooth.
Well, that's why I was going to climb up the side where the lady is until I'm equal to it, and then around. But I guess if I can't climb, I can't climb. So be it.
It's all slippery and slick and that.
I'm going to say it's all slippery and slick and that.
We'll have to find another way in, Master Vorka. I'm not sure that fella sitting on a rock there is going to be that keen on us approaching either.
He's vanished.
He's vanished, has he?
Mm.
Ah, well, either he's run away or he's gone to tell people that we've arrived. It seems we may have announced ourselves.
Then the front door it is. Sounds like a plan to me.
Very good. Do you and your good lady want to go first?
Sure, why not?
I said you the first floor because it'd be easier. I think actually, if you could get through those bloody things, you end up. It's interesting. They do appear. Hang on. Aha! It's not actually open. It looks open, but it isn't. Now I've zoomed in. If I actually look at the actual side view, if you look into the side view, although it looks like it's open and it does appear to be hollow, it's actually closed off from the outside, even when it's broken. Apparently, at the side view map, I'm afraid to say, which doesn't make any sense because it's hollow. But maybe something closed it off automatically. It's going to be so you have to go in through the ground floor. So let's put you all in the swamp. So actually, yes. If I go assets, home, one, do I get any swampy backgrounds?
You know, you'd have thought the Queen could have found somewhere nicer to try to become immortal and rule the world.
I'm afraid places like that are generally not all that.
Shrink it. That. Yeah, we can unlock that.
The only perk we've got here is we know where the Queen is at all times.
Which is at least something. Where is
Well,
she?
just to be specific, right? Just be wary, right? If I was an evil GM, right, we don't actually know where the Queen is. We only know where the item that the Queen is carrying is.
True. Her crown.
It's not the Queen I can find; it's the crown.
Yeah.
Mm.
It is quite likely she's wearing it, though. It being an
It's-
artifact of immense power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
it's
is.
call it a blessing, call it a curse, but the
If
deck
let's
of
put
many
it this
things.
way. Let's put it this way. If there was, in fact, a hole, in that was in fact a hole in that whole
Pokey
section,
thing.
pokey thing, that would have taken you straight to the Queen.
So she's up the top. So we've
She's
got to
up.
get to the top of the pyramid.
Got to get to the top of the.
Right. Well, let's get in and get climbing then.
Hopefully, you've got the map.
Yes.
Yeah, so I can detect the position of the crown. I really hope she attacks me with it. I really do. Don't know what its powers are. I've got no idea what it does.
It should be pointed out. The main entrance, it would appear, is underwater. So,
Underwater, is it?
a set of stairs descend into a submerged hall. Near the bottom, the tilted stairway drops into a horizontal layer of silt. The walls and the four massive pillars supporting the ceiling are decorated with hundreds of stylized images of the same beautiful woman carved onto the pyramid's face.
So, what are the chances that the potion of environmental protection that I've got that hasn't actually got anything on it telling me what it protects me from water so I can breathe underwater?
Okay, so the main the main entrance is quite a long way. It's 40. Hang on. The main entrance, which you can, how you can see it through the murky waters, I don't know, but I'm going to ignore that fact. It's 40 feet underwater, so you can't just walk into
Okay,
it.
well,
So-
to save us a lot of time, I have the spell environmental protection, and I can cast it on everybody.
That will help.
Okay, so
certainly help.
let me target them all.
It needs to get it back. Yeah.
The little critters too, right?
Yeah.
Did I miss anybody on the targeting?
I don't know. Sassafras. Yes.
And I don't have Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 additional.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
And then you obviously jump in and just swim down to it. Sorry, I got very
For an
confused there.
hour.
Then I remembered the map. Here's the side view. I suddenly realised where the entrance is.
Right, so we're there effectively.
Yeah. Once you dive into the water, which, yeah. So you, yeah.
When I clicked the thing, did it put it on everybody?
No, but that's because I need to do that. So when you click, well, I need to do that. So when you click the thing, it will go on everybody. It's my mistake. Click it now; it should go on everybody.
Okay.
Who's bashing your microphone, Mr. Wolf, sir? Imagine it's some
Double clicked or something. Well, everybody's covered.
everybody's club. Wonderful stuff. Hear the targets. Okay, so
Before we go on, because that just ate up buku PowerPoints.
Yep.
I feel powerful after that.
Wow, nicely done. You immediately recover all your PowerPoints. Okay. This room. Sorry about that. Obviously got. Are they all broken in this bloody campaign? Looks like it.
Yeah, whoever made the module just really wasn't paying that close attention.
It looks like they lost the will to live by the end of it. I mean, it's pathetic, isn't
Certainly
it?
some hack.
Yeah. It's not on, is it? Bugs to fix. Really screwed. Okay, embarrassing. Okay, Thaddeus has swapped your. So you're basically all swimming now, which is.
All right, since it's dark under here, I am going to pull out a sun rod because that should work underwater.
Should do. Check whether if
Attila
Attila's got.
does not have her, not dark sight, it's blind sight. I click on her and she can't see nothing.
I agree. Is it hash dark side or is it dollar dark side? I never remember. That worked, didn't it? No, it didn't.
No.
It's you I was looking at. Maybe it's dollar dark side then. Never remember which way around it is. I think the problem is I think I have to. What I have to do is remove it from the combat tracker. Hit the character sheet. Back to the combat tracker. And pop her on the map. So when I click on her, she's got dark sight. There you go. She now has dark sight. Click on her, she can.
Thank you.
Dookie.
Blug, 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 blug.
Yes. No, I think with environmental protection, you can actually talk to each other.
Oh, we can talk, can we? That's good.
I think you can communicate with environmental protection.
It allows us to breathe, speak, and move at our normal pace.
Yeah. Yes, let's make a notice check.
Okie doke.
Murky water, these which I'm not taking about.
Oh, I think I'll spend a penny on that.
You don't have to. It was only
I don't have to, but I will anyway.
Is that all of them making a notice roll?
It was just me. I think I'm the one that's about to get jumped.
Okay, that's fine.
score on that, but I don't think that makes any difference. A 9. So -4. Oh, because of size. Really? I have SWAT. Okay, it misses. Okay.
Can I counterattack that tentacle?
I don't know if you can. Really.
Okay.
Well, no, no. I mean, they swat it. They swish it. These tentacles swish out, whip at you, and then whip back. You don't have reach 2, so no, you can't. I'm going to say. That is if you actually hurt. Anyway, okie dokie. Let's have a look. That's just that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there appeared to be some sort of tentacle.
There's some kind of tentacled beast down here, says Gastus.
It's an 8. Something rather huge swims past you, gets past you, really.
Then it's ruddy huge and went bloody hell that way.
It's yeah, it's size 8. It's huge,
but it's not quite as huge as some things we've faced. So you know.
No, but still, you don't expect that sort of thing.
Vorka, big thing coming your way.
Woohoo!
Right, I'm not getting the pop-ups on the cards today.
No, me neither.
Break. Anyway. It's really rather annoying. Because the cards are. I'm not even getting the warning telling me I haven't loaded the module, so I loaded the module. Yeah, I have Pathfinder Savage Mars Action Deck. I don't know why it's broken. Oh well. I'm going to spend a penny on. See, I think Thaddeus got a Joker, didn't he? Oh, I'll get the Benny back. I've got a Joker.
Oh dear.
Thaddeus, you're first.
Sorry, microphone's off. Yeah, so hold.
Okay. really needs SWAT, doesn't it? Two tentacles whip out and head towards Attila and Leia as it tries to
I'm
grapple
surprised
them.
it doesn't have SWAT, to be honest.
It does seem to be a big oversight.
It's probably just as well for us. If it's that big, it's probably immensely strong.
Yeah, it doesn't have SWAT. I think, yeah, if it hits you, you'll know about it, but otherwise, I mean, with the Joker bonus and it's getting 9s and 8s, it still can't get you because of its -4. Vorka, it went for your misses.
Okay, Vorka is going to
I
swim
forget you
over
can't.
here.
I was going to say it's all swimming, so you can't. No one can. You can't run underwater in swimming.
You move at your normal pace.
Yeah, you're all treated as aquatic, so you move at your normal pace.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to give myself Giant Killer. Nah, I think I'll just go ahead and whack it. I don't know, is this evil or is this just ugly?
The evil. Hit it. Oh, it's evil. Yes.
Okay.
Seriphiel. From Seriphiel's point of view, yeah. If you're using Seriphiel, yes, it's evil. Also, it's evil for Gastus.
Ooh, tough little bugger. Okay. I'll head that way.
Maybe Giant Killer might be the way to go.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah. So let's go on down to the lady.
Shit, I haven't done the sound effects for this section. What's that? Oh, I haven't finished the sound effects.
Oh, you just gave me an earworm. I hate you. Walker said going down to the lady, and now I've got Cinderella Rockefeller in my head.
Fortunately, that's going over my head, so
Okay, she's going to
Link
come
it to me later.
sliding up here. And we are going to perform a push test. We are going to try to push it into the floor so that we can do the stone curse and bind it in the stone.
Is he being down today? Down Kinku a bit there. I think it's only for me then, does it though?
Is she not a wild card?
She's not a wild card.
Bummer. Okay. She goes over there and kind of gives him a little tickle.
Oh. Sassafras goes swimming at it fast as she can because she's got a new toy and she's going to try it out.
Go for it.
It didn't apply it. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Hit with a raise. Yay!
Hold up.
Oh, I'll Benny the damage one time. I got tons of freaking Bennies.
Hang on. Are you keeping it in the scabbard?
I pulled it out when I saw what we were up against.
Yeah, but no, you're keeping the sword in the scabbard, aren't you?
Yes.
I had been, yes.
She can smite it.
You can. You basically, when you draw the sword from the scabbard of keen edges, which I've just lost.
It's an action to make
a limited free action. It's a limited free action. You cast minus spite. So if you want to put minus spite on the sword, you can.
Oh, well, you have to do that because I don't know how and I'm going to Benny it again anymore. Did you put minor spite on it?
Yep. Smite. I know I said spite, but it's smite. But minus smite. I'm not saying it now. Would be damage plus 2. So, find your character sheet. Go combat. Do some attack. Nice. Yeah. You got Holy Avenger with minus spite now. Sub attack, easiest way to do it.
Oh no, I've got this cool sword and I'm doing really good. So first I'm going to spend a. I didn't do all the time. And then I'm going to put my raise back on, and I'm going to spend another Benny.
Make sure you use your Holy Avenger with minus spite damage now.
Oh no, one more time. I'm trying to prove that I can fight just as good as these guys can.
Oh, there's some 6s. That's a wound.
Yes.
That is a wound.
First blood! First blood! First blood!
There's some 6s as well.
Yeah, because the GM hates me. That's all right.
You hit it. You did get first blood. You get bragging rights. It might not have stuck, but you did get first blood.
Okay, and Rudy is going to fly over here to Vorka's new wife and just flutter around her head because she's jealous. That's it.
Okay. Gastus.
Right, so Gastus will summon the power of his dimensional blade. And would you then put on 2 martial flexibility uses for me, please? I am going to take Giant Killer, and I'm also going to take Frenzy. And then we'll swim towards the Great Beast.
Where the hell was that? You watch, won't get all the 6s now I needed. Spend all my. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna spend all my beddies. Okay, he's shaken.
Right, and then I'll use my other attack.
Not rolling 6s.
I did.
Just before you said it.
No longer
That's
shaking.
all right. That was an awful lot of bennies. I'm quite happy with that.
That was a huge amount of pennies.
And what is our junior going to do? Our genius squirts a mist into the water surrounding the tentacled beast.
That's minor darkness.
No, stun.
Oh, stun. Sorry.
It's probably got a vigor of ridiculous, so it's not going to work. But she's going to try it anyway.
You can crit. You can always crit. How many crit fails did we have yesterday?
A lot.
On one notice check or something, wasn't it?
It was. I think it was 3 on one notice check. Yeah.
That's in 3 different players. Yeah, I had to crit fail. I needed it.
Well, crit fail then. No.
Right on. Brings us to Leia. You missed the wedding.
I was very drunk.
I don't know if you're going to bring Cease with you today.
Yeah,
I don't.
he's trained.
No, and I don't know if the real issue is I don't know if Sassafras had enough PowerPoints to cast environmental protection.
I would have had that time if they had been here.
Okay, because they're currently 40 feet under swampy water. In fact, I don't know if Cease really wants to go with them. I don't know if Cease wants to go down under swampy water. Sorry, Leia, talking all over you.
Yeah, sorry, I was deciding which power to use anyway, so it's not an issue.
It's obviously no natural illumination, so there's lots of shadow.
Yes. I'll do that. I will cast this. I'm trying to look at how many PowerPoints that is. Standard 2. I upped it once for the damage and 3 times for the armor. Six PowerPoints. Which I haven't spent.
Okay, I'm just going to move the combat tracker off you for 1 second. If it lets me. Come on. Be real.
Back on me before I do things.
Sorry. Not my fault, someone just turned up late.
Okay, we're gonna try this again.
It's not your go. It's not your go.
Oh. Oh, I'm seeing it on me. So
Yes, and it's
Yeah,
because I've got.
he took it off me.
Yeah, it's because I've got to cast environmental protection on 2 people.
Then just disregard it. Just disregard it.
Right, sorry, Leia. I just needed to do the environmental protection, which meant I had to move the counter back to Oh, great. It didn't work. We have to try again in a minute. Hit with a raise.
It's with a raise. Nice one.
Will you everyone stop doing 4 wounds on this thing?
It's the first time I've done 4 wounds on that thing.
I said, will everyone stop doing 4 wounds on
Oh.
it? I said.
I thought you meant me.
I'm bloody lucky on that score. Right, do not attack, Sassafras. Do not attack.
Not going to.
There we go. Then I can move back to layer. Then I can add and
Oh,
cease
yes.
to that.
It's also vulnerable, by the way.
Stop reminding people when they forget things that make my life easier.
Don't know what you're talking about.
There we go. Any people out there want to give a poor beleaguered GM a Benny, say yes now. So you give the GM a Benny in chat and I can have some Bennies back because I've used so many. It's so many Bennies.
Our job to make you use up all your bennies so we can kill your guys.
Exactly. Mr. Aki, sir.
Okay.
Just so you get an idea, you are. Sorry, I didn't mean to share it with everyone. I meant to drag it to Aki, but you can let everyone else close again.
Right, we're in some kind of underwater pyramid thing.
In some underwater pyramid type of thing, yes. It's the final. It's where Queen Ileosa is. Give the GM a Benny because he's a sulky sod. Thank you, Tavis.
Because of your whining, I was going to organize a Doswell Appreciation Day and have every one of your players give you a Benny while you're GMing, but it's going to be a whiny baby. We don't reward whiny babies.
Oh, I am going to have so many Bennies when we play Hell on Earth. It's going to be ridiculous.
Well, I was going to organize it on a day when you're running a game I'm not playing against.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Every
Could
game
play
of
reinforcements if you like.
Oh, don't get like that. I can play uh-oh as well.
Then he can have a ball.
Am I targeting cease? Yes, I am. Good. Right.
You played those 2 cards, and this is the baby mummy arrives.
No. This is oh god, this thing's got a whole backstory.
Which we'll never know.
You know, it's quite a shame, really. Especially as it's actually got, especially there's a MacGuffin to get out of fighting it.
I'm not
You
gonna
swim
move there.
forwards. You swim forwards.
But if we got out of fighting it, where will we get all the calamari? I mean, I'm looking forward to this feast.
True.
We run underwater?
No, you cannot run underwater when swimming. Although I did make it a special ability of an aquatic race in it for a campaign once, just to make it.
Because there had to be, you know, some benefit to being aquatic.
But no, everyone was aquatic, but I think they had a ridiculously fast swim pace or something. I can't remember. Because obviously I was converting D20 Pathfinder to Savage Worlds at the time. Thaddeus, you're still on hold with the Joker. Do you want to do anything?
Let's see. Let's just go there. Target it. It's a bit far from. Yes, targeted, correct. It's a bit far for a spear throw because I'm weak and pathetic. So let's just cast Slumber on it. See if that works.
Sleeping squid. These two words begin with the same letter. See how magic pencil draws it.
She'll put my fingers to my lips and go. See what happens.
It might actually nod off. Oh, no, I got a 6.
It's in too much pain.
I'm afraid it doesn't fall asleep. Might have done that.
Fine, as long as it doesn't turn me into Dwayne Dibble.
Despair squid, nice one. I have to give you a Betty for the Despair squid reference. I liked it.
I think.
I don't know what card I've got, but I know it's not a Joker, and that's a problem because Gastos is going first.
And Gastus is going to wild attack.
Technically, you have to wait for your turn on a free action.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was my turn.
No, that's what I'm asking. Do you do free actions in combat? Do you think that you have to do them on your turn in initiative? Or
You
because
do,
they're free?
Yes, you do.
I figured
Most
you did.
of the time, yes.
I figured you do too. Don't get me wrong. I was just trying to work out if I could do what it needs to do. It's meant to do something, but I
The
figured
only thing you can take outside your turn is a reaction, like
I agree.
Strike.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that interpretation. He's going to be dead now because he's going to hit it for 95 wounds with each hit, even though it caps it at 4. It's the first time you've done less than 4 wounds against it, other than the shaken.
It is, isn't it?
Well, you told us to stop doing 4 wounds.
Well, yeah, I appreciate he did.
Now you're going to complain that we're not?
No, I didn't. I'm not complaining. I'm just noticing. Okay. Are you re-rolling either of those damages?
No, I'm going to keep both of those damages as they are.
Of course, he's got no bennies left. I've got to spend my own.
See, if you were proper nasty, it would have an ink ability that blinds everybody.
It does, which is what it's about to do.
That's what I do, you know. Just a hint there.
No, that's exactly what it's going to do.
It just has to
Blind
survive
everybody.
that long.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and
doesn't
then I'll
look in
attack it with my other weapon.
Right, there's the 4 bloody wounds again. We're supposed to stop doing 4 wounds, remember?
Sorry.
Well, he did, and it sounded like you complained about it. So
Yeah, you weren't happy.
I'm actually surprised they didn't make it unstoppable.
Nah, this isn't the main bad guy. This is just a big bad guy.
3 wounds that I couldn't soak.
Right, I will now use my Master Strike. And as I've caused a wound, I can declare one of the effects, which occur immediately unless the victim succeeds at a vigor roll. So I can either put it to sleep for 1d4 hours, paralyze it, or slay it. So I'll go for make a vigor roll or die. broke the GM again, didn't I?
No, that's why I don't like to go. I mean, another thing I could do is touch somebody and it puts them either permanently to sleep. If they fail a saving throw, that save, they're just gone.
Mm.
It's not. You can just see it,
Where the hell
But
are you
the one
getting
that
that
you
from? Oh,
Master
it's
Strike.
an legendary edge, of course.
Yes, it's a
Okay.
legendary edge.
legendary
Master
edge.
Strike.
Fair
He's
enough. Each time you cause a wound, you maintain one of the effects. Vigor? What? What? Each time you cause a wound, which because immediately unless the victim succeeds in a vigor roll, slay the victim. Bloody hell. It's quite scary.
Yeah, there's a few instant death abilities now.
Yeah, the bard's got one that isn't called the Killing Joke, but it is basically the Killing Joke. So you don't
Yeah.
die.
Well, I don't
And
die
then
ever.
I know, and then I will use my limited free action to cast relief on myself so that I'm no longer vulnerable.
You're a git, you know that.
Well, you've told me this every time I've done
That's
that.
what it's all about.
You know I don't need it, obviously.
So if you would remove the vulnerable from you've removed the beast.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
It just made him divisible.
Indeed. So I will remove the vulnerable from you.
It used darkness.
Unholy blood. The devilfish is infused with fiendish magic. Once per day as a free action, the devilfish can emit a night black cloud, large burst template. So it's actually probably bigger than that.
Yeah, but Argenia gets to go before it does that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. In the water, the blood provides token cover, which, so
Makes it
basically
invisible.
makes it visible, and because there's blood to it, it affects senses and everything. It makes it completely invisible.
Completely invisible.
Unless it fails its vigor roll and Argenia stuns it first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Plus 197.
A 4 technically will fail, won't it?
Yeah, it will.
Line
With -3 from wounds.
Oh, there we go. Got one penny left. That's disgraceful.
I think
Now-
Savage Order should have layer actions. So your GM spends a penny, goes poof, and activates ability instantaneously.
Unshakes and creates darkness.
Indeed. Which, it's very unpleasant. Okay. Let's see. I'm very upset. I'm not. But it is. It is. Clear targets. Let's see what should we do. We'll go for that, and we'll go for that. I think. Someone got hit. No, both misses. That's okay.
I'm next, but put me on hold.
Okay, I'll put you on hold.
So I've got to go somewhere.
Do we get an attack as it retreats?
No,
With
because
the,
you can't.
with the darkness penalties, of course.
No, you can't sense it. Retreating.
Actually, Attila can, because she is sensing vibrations, and I'm presuming as it moves through the water, it is vibrating the water.
It has to be, doesn't it? Yes, blind sense would work still. So until it gets a free attack on it. Hang on, I didn't. Sorry, that's a mistake on my part. It's not. I must have dropped it as a token rather than what it should have been, which was dropped there as a sphere of darkness, isn't it? But why didn't that work? Why didn't that do what it was meant to do? Because it's not meant to move with it. Sorry, it's meant to stay behind. That do it? That is. It's not working. Why is the darkness power not working?
Using the effects, if you do power darkness and drop it somewhere, it can only drop onto a token. You'll have to.
No. I'm doing the. I just created the darkness light, and it didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would appear everyone's seeing through it. Showing it's done it, but I don't know what's going on.
Well, no, I'm seeing a little darkness circle up here.
Yeah, that's because it's round it, which I need to get rid of. But
right.
But that's not what it is. But that's not what's. That's not the problem.
To stay here, yes.
No, I dropped the darkness.
Just drop a token on the map and make that. Put the darkness on that. Then is the quick way to do it.
That's probably the quick way to do it, isn't it? Tokens. I need a token now. Token. That there. And drop power darkness on it. I don't think that worked. Or did it? No, it doesn't work either. I give up. Anyway, you can't see
in that large burst template.
In that last burst template. That's the easy way to do that, isn't it? Masterworks.
Sorry. Can I make an attack at a minus to try and work out where it is by the feel of the movement of the water and where I know it was before?
No, you just know it went. So because it's got reach, it can just because it's got reach in the darkness, it backs off. Actually, that's a good point. Because of reach, in the darkness, it backs off, doesn't it, to its reach without engaging attacks of opportunity. Then attacks you, and then pukels off. So you can swing it effectively at it, but nothing happens. So technically, no. I'm going to say actually no. You can't get a free attack on it because if I think about the rules as you think about the rules as written, it backs off 2 inches to its reach.
I'm just trying to do my regular attack.
Backed off, attacked, and then flew away, and then it escaped.
Yeah,
let's not get free attacked.
What I'm trying to say is you swing away, but there's nothing there. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't get your normal attacks, but it's where you are. You swing away. You sense movement.
Can't figure out where it went.
Yeah, because you're stuck in the inky blackness. It backed off to it and then did its reach attack on you two, and then all you felt was the tentacles going away. So by the time you swing at it, there's nothing to hit, is what I was trying to say.
So you can't tell which way it went.
Yeah, because of the darkness. The blood has a nasty. I know the blood has nasty smells and stuff. But anyway,
fine. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do is I am going to take the centre of that inky circle as the middle of a clock. I'm going to roll the d12 and go that clock direction.
Seems fairly reasonable to me.
11 o'clock. So I'll be going here, feeling around for the thing as I go.
Absolutely fine. So I'm not trying to be. No, I know. It's just someone hurt it, so it buggers off. That's what it does.
You've got a pace of 9. You can go further than that.
True. I suppose I could come out of the circle and see if it's outside of the inky blackness up there. But I don't see it, so.
And because I want to get this done, Doswald, under the on one of the edges it has wild card legendary wizard +2. What does wizard +2 mean?
Means you've got to have taken 2 up wizard edges before you can take that wizard edge.
So my wizard edge is like arcane mastery and new
Yes, it
powers,
is.
or and wizard arcane mastery and wizard would be 2, right?
No, it's wizard +2 other edges that can only be taken by wizards. And that doesn't include power edges, so it'd be the ones that are actually on the same page in
So
the
I'm
book as
yeah,
the wizard edge.
you are technically wizard +1 at the moment, I think.
Darn it.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to be really clever when I originally planned to be really clever when I was doing this and create wizard edges and paladin edges and all that. But then you suddenly got edges that are like cleric and wizard edges, and I thought I don't think it's worth doubling up. It was just easier just to, do you know what I mean? So better way to do it. Okay, Aki, you're up.
Right
sir.
until we get to the legendary and need that, right?
I know, it's annoying. Didn't mean to do that. Going on.
It's asking because there is a legendary edge under the Pathfinder rules that for wizards that would be really useful, but
Edge. I'm intrigued now.
it's called Well Prepared. It lets me cast a spell as a limited free action, even if I'm like bound or other things that restrict or shaken, whatever.
What power are you going to pick?
You don't have to pick a specific power.
Do you
Says
not?
Oh. No, you can cast any power that would be an action as a limited free action without getting a multi-action penalty in that turn, or you can cast it while shaken or whatever.
Oh, Gastus is so OP. Go on, I'll let you take it.
Thank you.
It'd be a long time to.
Considering Gastus has got a save or die, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Just because you didn't realise the limitations, so you couldn't plan it, and you know what? And it's well, having fun. It's all fun and games. So yeah, you can take it. Sort the requirements on that one. This campaign. It'll be a long time till you get to legendary. Yeah, exactly. It's your final advance. It's a long time till you guys get to be legendary again.
And the fact that we survived 11 legendary is worth something.
Okay. Well, when the inkiness dissipates soon afterwards, it would appear everything is quiet.
And that's probably the most useful wizard edge I've ever seen.
It's rather, isn't it? So, I think that I shouldn't have done that. Gastus, you had, what did you have? You had Giant Killer.
And Frenzy. Well, for 4 more rounds.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm turning back on even though the fight's over. Well, because it is things buggered off for now. It'll be back, I'm sure. But I don't think I built a single working encounter. Okay, I'm gonna go and fix everything and leave you with an interesting.
You didn't build a single working encounter
in this last section of the adventure. It looks like I buggered it up completely.
You were so busy trying to get it finished, you just skipped all that shit.
No, I suspect what happened is because I suspect the bloody links are pointing back to IDs. I'll have a look at the code. I bet you all the NPCs are ID 003. It kept doing that. This module was finished when Empriel didn't officially really work with Fantasy Grounds anymore, so I had to do some very weird stuff to try and get it to work. And I think this is the problem. It obviously didn't work as well as I thought. None of it showed up in the error detection. I'm going to have to recompile it all. Well, this book's turned out to be the worst one ever, but that was it was Swell back then. Swell was broken at the time, so I won't be able to actually graphically do it, but basically, you suddenly hear swimming towards you. Drums. It sounds like drum beats in the water, and swimming towards you.
Drums in the deep.
Drums in the deep, indeed. Swimming towards you are 6 rather large entity of those creatures you saw before, and they seem to be chanting something. You suddenly get the distinct impression you might have been fighting their god, and they're upset about it. So we shall leave it there today. Sorry, it was a bit here, but I'm going to fix all. I'm going to go through the rest of this adventure and fix all the encounters before next week and sort out the sound effects. So it's a good place to leave it. Hope you had some fun, and see you next time.